Hello there, this is David from bushcraftcanada.com. I'm just going to do a quick little side-by-side between three really superb sort of higher-end axes we do. So these are little hatchets. All three of these companies do different variations of axes, the smaller ones, larger ones, different sort of variants, but these are sort of three of the sort of higher-end hatchets and sort of camp hatchets they do. So I'll just sort of go over them individually. So I'll start with the S.Djarv Woods Axe. So really nice axe, really good fit and finish on these S.Djarvs. Hand forged head of 1.5 pounds approximately. I say approximately because they're obviously all a little bit different, and as they're hand forged they're probably not all identical, but they are around 1.5 pounds. 4 inches of cutting edge. Really nice beard here, so you can put your hand quite high up if you're doing sort of carving or something like that, because that's sort of the use for these three axes, is carving and camp use. So you're going to be doing sort of lighter and smaller tasks with them, so to have the option to sort of use it like a knife almost, obviously not exactly like a knife, but in a sense, if you're feathering a stick or something like that, it's nice to have the option to put your hand quite high up on the blade, to get good and sort of consistent pressure with it when you're using it. Handle on this one is an elm, really nice handle. I love the kind of lines they have running down it, which give it a really good bit of grip. Made in Sweden, and the overall length on this one is 14.5 inches. So yeah, overall, really nice fit and finished axe. S.Djarv does a really good job with his axes, and this is no exception. So really nice and quality little hatchet. Has his logo up here as well on the blade, and then down here sort of burned into the handle. And very nicely balanced axe too, very comfortable. So definitely worth checking out. Next up is the Brant Cochran Durango axe. So also hand forged in Maine in the United States, so that's nice. Hickory handle, and a really nicely profiled head. Again, not a splitting head or anything like that, but really good as a sort of camp hatchet, and it'll do smaller stuff as well, kindling, things like that. Really nice handle on this one, nicely balanced. So the head weight on this one is 1.75 pounds, cutting edge 3.25 inches, hickory handle as I said, and the overall length is 17 inches. So a little bit larger than the S.Djarv and the largest of these three, but very nice and fine axe. They have their stamp here on the bottom, and up here as well. Well, that's their main stamp, and I believe I'm assuming that's M for Maine, and year of production. But a very nice little axe, perfect for camp. And last but not least is the Hultafors Hatchet. So this has a 1 pound head. The cutting edge is 2.75 inches, hickory handle, and the overall length is 15 inches. And it's made of a high carbon Swedish steel. Very nice hatchet. Fits very nicely as well, really nicely balanced. Spot for a lanyard down here if you want to put one through. Little bit of a beard, not quite as steep as the S.Djarv, but has a bit of one there as well. Made in Sweden, stamped on the head, their old logo, 1 pound. Really good fit and finish. Wooden wedge here with a circular steel pin, so very strong, but a really superb little hatchet. Really good for around camp. I have one myself and I really like it. It really does the trick around the camp. It's a very functional little tool to have, a hatchet. So yeah, all three of these bushcraft axes, smaller cutting axes, as I said, not felling or splitting axes, but as it's an axe you can improvise a little bit, so these would be okay for smaller stuff. But light chopping and general bushcraft is sort of the sort of what these would be used for most effectively. They come with nice head covers as well. I'll lay them out. So the S.Djarv comes with a nice simple little edge cover there. Fits in very nicely. You kind of need an edge cover with a hatchet. It's not a splitter or anything. It's you're probably going to want it to have a bit of a finer edge, so protecting the edge is important. So it's nice that these axes come with some little head covers. The Brant Cochran comes with a nice sort of simple leather, nicely stitched head cover with a sort of snap down button. Sort of the classic, but very nice. Good leather as well, nice and nice feel to it. Definitely good quality. And the Hultafors has sort of the classic Hultafors head cover with this leather strip and sort of rivets, brass rivets, but a very nice head cover as well. So yeah, these are all superb little axes if you're looking for something higher end for around camp. These are all excellent choices, and yeah, check them out at our site, www.bushcraftcanada.com. Thanks.